Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Page
216.
Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula. Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula. Bhakata Seva Param Siddhi Prem Lati Karamura. Param Siddhi Prem Lati Karamura. Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula. Bhakti Janani Jatane Palan Kari. Krishna Vasati Vasati Voli Parama Adar Gauri. Krishna Vasati Vasati Voli Parama Adar Gauri. Oh Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayanu Kula. Shuddha Bhakata Gaurama Je sab sthane karo lo brahman range. Gaura he Gaura he Gaurayama Je sab sthane karo lo brahman range. Se sabastana karilo nami pranayama bhakata sanghe. Se sabastana karilo nami mridanga vadya shunite mana avasara sada jate. Mridanga देखिया मोरा परम आनंद आया। देखिया मोरा प्रसाद सेवा करिते हाया सकल प्राप्त जाया। प्रसाद सेवा करिते हाया सकल प्राप्त जाया। जेदिन गृहे भजन देखी गृहे ते गोलोक भाया। चरण सीधो देखिया गंगा सुख नसीब पाया। चरण सीधो देखिया गंगा सुख नसीब पाया। तुलसी देखी जुड़ाया प्राण माधव तोष निजानी। ओ जय वृंदे जय वृंदे। तुलसी देखी जुड़ाया प्राण माधव तोष निजानी। तुलसी देखी जुड़ाया प्राण माधव तोष निजानी। गौर प्रिया शाक सेवने जीवन सार्थक वाणी। गौर प्रिया शाक सेवने जीवन सार्थक वाणी। भक्ति वेद कृष्ण भजने अनुकूला पाए जा। कृष्ण भजने अनुकूला पाए जा। ओ प्रभु हे प्रभु हे भक्ति वेद कृष्ण भजने अनुकूला जाय बा। कृष्ण भजने अनुकूला जाय बा। प्रति दिवसे परम सुखी स्वीकार करे प्रति दिवसे परम सुखी स्वीकार करे। ओ शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूला। शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजन भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेम लती कर मोला। परम सिद्धि प्रेम लती कर मोला। शुद्ध भक्त चरण सेवो अनुकूला। शुद्ध भक्त चरण सेवो भजन। ओ जय एकादशी जय एकादशी माधव की जय एकादशी माधव की जय एकादशी माधव की You say something, then I say something. You say something, I say something. You say something, I will not say anything.
I say something, you say. You say, he says, I say. Srila Prabhupada said, when they are arguing with Prabhupada, there was an argument with Srila Prabhupada, some media people. And Prabhupada said, you say, they say, I say, we say. You say, they say, I say, we say.
We all say. Om Jnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakayam Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmat Shri Gurave Namaha Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktai Tadabhaktai Namo Namaha Vanchakalpa Turvascha Kripa Sindurbevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, before I can say anything that will be of any benefit to us, I offer my pranams to the lotus feet of my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, Nichilal Pravishtam Vishnupad Asto Tarasada Śrīmad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Srila Gurudev, and to our Rupanul Guru Varga, headed by Shri Rupa Goswami Pad, to the Lordship Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga, Shri Shri Radha Govinda, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Gopinath, and to all the Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, headed by Pujapad Bhaktivedanta Siddhanti Maharaj, and to all of you wonderful devotees, I offer my Koti Koti Dandavat Pranams. So, as ordered by Pujapad Maharaj, to speak something on Bhagavad-gītā. So, I'd like to quote from chapter 18, verse 66. 65.
Ishwara, which verse you know? Is that one verse from Bhagavad-gītā? Anyone?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Just one. Simple one.
So, this verse, I'm just going to get to the point of it, because we all want to hear from Maharaj. This verse is the essence of the Bhagavad-gītā. Chapter 18, verse 65. Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam evaishyasi satyamte pratijane priyasimi. This verse is the essence of the Gita. In Bhagavad-gītā, Krishna gave many instructions. Many instructions. Arya was listening to Maharaj and he was elaborating on so many rasic points in the Gita. But everything culminates in this verse. In this one verse. It's like Maharaj asked me to go bring some water. So as I'm going for the water, he said, no. Bring some soda instead. Which one shall I bring? Should I bring water or should I bring soda? Soda. This was his last instruction, right? Say yes. So Krishna gave many different parts, many different instructions in Gita. But the very last instruction was this one. Manmana bhava. Mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. He said, observe your consciousness in me, become my devotee, by dedicating yourself to such practices as hearing about and glorifying my name, form, qualities, and pastimes. Worship me and offer obeisance to me. Thus you will certainly attain me. This truth I swear to you because you are most dear to me. This is topmost of all instructions. Sometimes we hear many people, they would quote Bhagavad-gītā. They will read from Gita. And they will say, Krishna said this, Krishna said that, etc. Yes. But the final instructions where Krishna said this. I will not go into this verse. Maharaj will probably elaborate on it more. But this verse is very, very deep. Last night Maharaj told us to read, especially for those who can't read the entire Gita, to read at least chapter 12 of the Gita. Because Srila Gurudev, he explained that this Bhagavad-gītā is like a treasure chest. The first 6 chapters are the cover, right? Or is it the bottom? The first 6 chapters is either the top or the bottom. Right now it's slipping me. And the last 6 is either the top or the bottom. One of the two. So it's 18. So, and in the middle is the jewels, is the treasure. The middle 6 chapters talk about bhakti. So in this treasure chest, in the chest, so you have the treasure chest, the top, the bottom, and inside is where you have the jewels. So within those middle 6 chapters is the chapter of Bhakti Yoga, which is chapter 12. This is where the jewels is. In Bhagavad-gītā, some of my favorite verses is Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tatvata tekva diham punar janma naitimam iti so Arjuna. This verse is a qualification verse if one wants to go attain their goal and to join the Lord in Goloka Vrindavan. This verse is the qualification. Janma karma chame divyam. Krishna is saying, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not upon when they leave their body take birth again in this material world, but attain my eternal abode, O Arjuna. So in order to want to go to Krishna abode, then we have to know who's Krishna. Like Maharaj was saying last night, how can we love someone if we know nothing about that person? So they say, well, you know, there's a nice girl in China, or there's a nice girl, or a nice boy for whatever. But a person can tell you nothing about this person. They don't tell you what they look like. They don't tell you what is their name. They don't tell you what are their qualities. They don't tell you who's their family. They don't even tell you where they live. How can you love someone? How can you develop love for that person? But if you know of their qualities, if you know what they look like, if you know what it does, who are the family, where they reside, then you can develop to love that person. So here Krishna is saying in that verse, now one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and qualities. So in order to develop love for Krishna, we have to know about Krishna. We have to know Krishna pastimes. We have to hear from, and how do we know Krishna pastimes? By hearing from sadhus. From hearing from the lotus lips of the Vaishnavas. By coming to sadhu sangha. Many persons can speak about Krishna, they can say they know Krishna, but really, do you know Krishna? And when you say Krishna, which Krishna? Krishna have many forms. But which form do we want to know of Krishna? That Krishna that resides in Braj, Brajanjanandana Krishna. Srila Prabhupada have written in his purport very clearly in chapter 18, verse 65, the same verse. And he says that one should meditate on the form of Krishna that is carrying a flute. One should not distract themselves with other forms such as Ram, Matsya, Kurma, etc. Krishna have unlimited forms. But he's saying that we should focus on that Krishna who's carrying a flute, who is the son of Nanda Maharaj, Yashodamaya. So who knows Krishna? Who knows Krishna in Braj? Only a resident of Braj can tell you what is Krishna in Braj. What is Krishna like in Braj? What he does. Someone from Vaikuntha may not be able to tell you everything, all the details. Like Maharaj said, inside story. We can't know Krishna unless we're in the inside. So this is why we take shelter from Krishna associates. Chapter 4:34. What is that verse? Tad vidi pranipatena pariprashna sevya upakshdev yantite jnanam jnanam tattva darshana. He said, this is topmost instruction for especially new persons. If we want to learn the truth, then we should approach a bona fide spiritual master. This is not just a new person, this is for everyone. New, old, when I said old meaning, whether in the process long or not, this applies to everyone. How do we know Krishna pastimes? How do we know verse chapter 4, text 9? How do we know about Krishna pastimes, his appearance, etc.? By approaching the self-realized soul, by approaching Sri Guru. Sri Guru, we should not think that Guru is an ordinary man. We should not think a Guru is ordinary man. Guru is Sakshat Hari. He's direct manifestation of Krishna. And it's also saying that Guru Nishta is the backbone for bhakti. Meaning firm faith in Guru. If we want to make advancement in spiritual life, then we have to have firm faith in Sri Guru. Haribol. Have to have firm faith in Sri Guru. How can we recognize Guru? We cannot recognize Guru. Long ago, bygone ages, the devotees, they used to go and search a Guru. We've heard how so many devotees, they will go to Vrindavan, going searching for Guru. But now, as time progresses, as age of Kali Yuga progresses, and people become so degraded, more and more degraded, now Guru have to come and search for us. That is why you see the devotees, the Vaishnavas, and the Acharyas, they're leaving their place of worship. And they're coming here to the Western world. They're coming here to the Western world because to help us. To take us up out of this ignorance. So when the Vaishnavas them come, when Guru come, Krishna is saying, Haribol, how should we approach them? With humility and submissiveness. With humility and submissiveness. But we should not just be like that. They said we should also inquire from Guru, from Vaishnavas, from the Acharyas. We should inquire from them. We should ask questions. Like Maharaj is here, we should take advantage of Maharaj's association and reach out to Maharaj and ask him questions. Whatever doubts you may have, you ask. This is Krishna instruction. I'm not just saying this. This is Very, very important instruction. And by this way, we can able to make advancement in spiritual life. So there are many things to say, but I don't want to speak anymore because Maharaj is here and we want to hear from Maharaj. So I stop here for now. Panchakalpa Durvascha Kripa Sindhurbhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
All emotions together.
Everything. Let me stand.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gauri Chandraya Radhikaya Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnebhyo namo namaha. Namo mahavadanyaya Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya namne gaur Shri Namaha. Radha Chinta Niveshinam Yasya Kanti Vilopita Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Lingitam Vikraham. Vrindai Tulasi Devi Priyai Keshavasacha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavate Namo Namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Welcome everyone. This evening session of we are hearing Bhagavad-gītā since 3-4 days, and we heard some verses
Jai Ho.
spoken by Krishna in these some days. The importance of those verses, the application of those verses, and the beauty of those verses, the intent of Krishna behind those verses. Each and every verse is so important, so important. On this auspicious day of Mokshada Ekadashi, what is Ekadashi? Upavratasya papebhyo yastu vasa gunesaha upavasam to vigyam na tu vasa langanam. To refrain not only from grains, but the day to refrain from all kind of sins performed by body, mind and words. That's called observing Ekadashi, to refrain from sins. But this is not the prime purpose of following Ekadashi. Prime purpose is to yastu vasa gunai saha, to reside near the qualities of the Lord. Name, form, qualities and the pastimes and the devotees of Krishna. That is the ideal way of observing Ekadashi Tithi. All Ekadashi Tithis are important. Just like we say, oh, which Ekadashi is more important, which is less important. It is just like we have Tulsi leaves, one is big, one is small. How does this matter? That big Tulsi leaf is more important and small is less important. So all Ekadashi Tithis are same, because all Ekadashi Tithis are Madhav Tithi, the day of Krishna. and Bhakti Janani, which gives birth to Bhakti. Yeah. So we are trying to reside near to Krishna on this day by hearing what Krishna spoke to not only Arjun, but on the pretext of speaking to Arjun, speaking to us. So we heard some verses from hearing from some days, but as our loving dear host Sri Ramanath Prabhu, he started with that, the last verse. I want to say last, but second last verse. Krishna said, Man mana bhav mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. What is the last verse then? Sarvadharman Parityajam. So man mana bhav, let us focus on this. After speaking about karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, the essence of Śrīmad Bhagavad-gītā, just like watering the root of a tree give nourishment to the complete tree. Yatha taror mool nishchanen tarpanti taskand bhujav shaka. Just like giving food to the stomach, the whole body, all limbs get nourished. Similarly, this verse of Bhagavad-gītā, which is so important, the mood, the intent of Krishna is exhibited when he uttered this verse. This is what I am expecting from all of you. Because he is not only saying to Arjun, but he is saying to us. But he is saying to Arjun, specifically this verse, because priyas to me, you are very dear to me. That means those who are dear to me, for them this is a very special instruction from my heart. I may say so many things, but what is the mood imbibed in my heart, I only say to that person to whom I am very close, or to whom I feel he is very close to me. The glories of Arjun has been manifested in this verse. Imagine, Krishna himself is saying, Priyasum me. You're very priya, you're very dear to me. That's why I'm giving my heart instructions to you, revealing my heart to you. Man mana bhav, absorbed your mind in me. And Arjun, once upon a time I heard this lecture, Srila Gurudev speaking in Mathura, was year 2002. Gurudev was explaining, Arjun, absorbed your mind in me. And Arjun said, in this battlefield, when enemies are there, and we have to make some policies, some tricks how to escape or how to defeat our opposite party, how I can absorb my mind here in you, in this circumstance, in this circumstance? Okay, some other option, Krishna said, I'm coming, wait. Mad bhakto, become my devotee. Prabhu, becoming your devotee means serving you. Again, in this unfavorable circumstance, how can I serve you? Some other option? Unfavorable circumstance, how can I serve you? Madhyaji. Madhyaji means worship me. Oh, you mean in this battlefield, you sitting on chariot and I have to take some ingredients and start worshipping you? How is possible? What if the arrow will come from any direction? Krishna said, last option, mam namaskaru, pay obeisances to me. Don't say you cannot do this. That's the most simple. But After this, Srila Gurudev started explaining, Man Manabhav means absorb your mind in me. And when he says absorb your mind in me, to whom he is thinking about? He is thinking about his Brajavasis. Because they are the one who fully absorb their mind in Krishna. Amongst those Brajavasis, the Braj Gopis, Madhuri Ras Bhaktas, Braj Gopis. Amongst those Braj Gopis, only Radharani, Shrimati Radhika Ekaha, only Radharani is the one who's 100% absorbed mind in Krishna. Their mind is so much absorbed in Krishna that Yadone Avane Lepane, when they're milking cows, when they're cleaning, performing household activities, even though Krishna is not near to them, but they are thinking about Krishna and meditating on Krishna, what he must be doing right now. So, while taking care of the children, while cooking, serving their husband, cleaning, milking cow, etc., all household activity, whatever they are doing, they were just doing, meditating on Krishna. Man Mana Bhav. And when you meditate on someone, you speak the glories of that person. And then Gurudev started singing. The gopis singing what? Govinda Damo Dharmadhaveti, Govinda Damo Dharmadhaveti, He Krishna He Yadava He Sakheti, Govinda Damo Dharmadhaveti. Absorb mind in me. So is gopis, actually is this true? That their absorption is in Krishna? Where Krishna spoke Bhagavad-gītā? Kurukshetra. And this is a place where gopis, they met Krishna after long years of separation, when there was a solar eclipse. And Krishna is very fond of giving instructions. This is his nature. Again he started giving instructions to Braj Gopis, where same Kurukshetra, but after long years of separation. Gopis, my bhaktiri bhutanam amritya kalpate. One can very easily get my proximity by performing my bhakti. I am situated in everyone's heart. So what is the point of feeling separation and crying for me? Absorb your mind in me and you feel bliss. Yogis, they always meditate on me, so they extract so much bliss. Again he started instructing. This is his nature, no? This is nature of Krishna. By hearing these words, the gopis, hearing this word, the gopis start chastising Krishna. What they're saying? You telling us to absorb the mind in you. We don't want. Listen carefully. We don't want. Even though gopis are saying some opposite words, reverse words. Say reverse psychology. But so much love is present in those words. Looks like they are rebuking Krishna. But this is what Krishna likes to hear. Priya yadi man kore kore varsan, ved stuti haite hare more man. I am tired of hearing those glorifications mentioned in Shrutis and Vedas. I'm tired. So what you like to hear, Krishna? Priya yadi man kore kore barsad. When my dear gopis, when they rebuke me, when they chastise me, I love to hear that. So gopis, they know this. And that's why they don't have any fear saying anything to Krishna, because he loves to hear that. So gopis, after hearing these instructions from Krishna, again at Kurukshetra, they are saying, Chittakari tomahete vishechai lagaite, yatnakari nahi kari vare. तुम्हार ध्यान लोकी हास्यमर स्थान स्थान ना करो विचारे. You telling us to absorb your mind in you. We don't want. Give this instruction to someone else. We don't want to absorb your mind in you. Chittakari tomahite vishechai lagaite. We want to engage our mind not in you, but in other activities. All activities where we don't want to remember you at all. But this is our problem. Wherever we are trying to absorb our mind, in any household activities, in other activities, the mind automatically flows towards you. And we are tired of this. We are fed up of this. We want to give up this. Try to understand the mood here. This is loving words. Externally looks like rebuking Krishna. But actually, they're revealing their heart. And they're showing what? The absorption. Man mana bhav. How much they are engrossed and absorbed in Krishna. So much. They want to try their mind not to go towards Krishna, but the mind is not with them, it's with Krishna. So when they are saying some words like this, don't get confused. Because these words are words of love. As in Bhagavad-gītā again, Radharani is saying, don't believe this black person. All these black people, they are cheaters. There was one black in Treta Yuga, Ram, who killed a monkey, Bali. And he also cut the nose and throat, ears of Surupnaka. What is this? How we can trust this black? And then again, there was another black who came and disguised as a Brahmin. But he cheated Bali. How we can trust? So they are condemning Krishna. Black means Krishna. Don't trust this black person. Don't trust this black person. But then Uddhav asked this question to Radharani. You are saying don't trust this black person, but moment I am here, you only speaking about this black person. Who told you to bring this?
Go down.
No. Let me finish. I want to try my mind absorbed in lecture. Thank you. Yeah. What I was saying.
Black person on Bali. Who sent it back.
So this is distraction. I am trying to connect something and she thinks this is seva. Uddhavji said, even though you are saying don't trust this black person, but the moment I am here, you are only speaking about him. Don't speak about him then. But they said this is our helpless situation. Tad alam asisakhi dustajyam tat kathartam. We cannot give up speaking about him because man manabhav. They are so much absorbed in Krishna. Krishna is in forest. Gopis are not in forest. But when they are thinking about Krishna, they are feeling pain in their heart. Krishna, are you punishing us? Imagine, just try to think what the mood is. Why are you punishing us? This is called manmanabhav, absorption. They are doing household activities, but mind is with Krishna. And Krishna is not wearing shoes, barefoot, walking in the fields, where so many pebbles, sharp stones, thorns, etc. Even though Yashoda Maya trying to give shoes to Krishna to wear, but he don't want to accept. Why? Don't want to accept shoes? One reason is, Maya, how I can wear shoes if the cows are not wearing shoes? They are our worshipable. We cannot serve our worshipable with shoes on. But there is another reason. This is what Krishna reveals to Mother Yashoda. But the other reason which is in his heart is, how can I wear these shoes? When on this path of Braj, my Braj gopis, they are longing and they throw their heart and eyes, waiting for me to come. Their heart is there on these paths of Braj. Their eyes are there, longing for me. How can I wear shoes on the hearts of my beloved ones? That's the reason he don't want to wear shoes. But Krishna is thinking about gopis. So Gurudev explaining, who is more absorbed in Krishna? Who is absorbed in Krishna and who is absorbed in Radharani? Radharani is absorbed in Krishna, Manmana Bhav. But Krishna is always absorbed in the moods of Radha. And that's why Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu keeps relishing the joyous moods of Radha's Anurag. If you want to learn the 9 islands of Navdeep Dham, this is the formula. Learn this statement. Understand? Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So every beginning alphabet is one dweepa, one island. Shri means Simantadip. Gauranga means Godrum Dweep. Mahaprabhu M, Modrum Dweep. There is a formula to learn the 9 islands. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu keeps relishing the joyous moods of Radha's Anurag. Radha Anurag Vancha Je Kare Devadi Deva Gaurachandra Gauridasa Mandire. Krishna's also Manmana Bhav absorbed in Radharani. In Radharani also absorbed in Krishna. What Krishna? All his activities are for what? All his activities is only and only to meet Radharani. Radharani's all activities is there and absorption is there to meet Krishna. And what is the absorption of all the gopis? To unite Radha Krishna. Jai Jai Radha Krishna, Yugala Milan. We sing in the Aarti. Jaya Jaya Radha Krishna Yugala Milan. Arati Kare Lalita Di Sakhi Gan. Madana Mohana Rupa Tribhaga Sundar. Pitambara Shikhi Pucha Chuda Manohar. Lalita Madhava Bhave Vishabhanu Kanya. Nilavasana Gari Rupe Gunedanya. Nana Vidhaya Lankar Kare Jalamal. Harimana Vimohana Vadana Yuja. So, absorption is there. Krishna is constantly only and only think about Radharani. Radharani only think about Krishna. And Braj Gopis, their meditation is how we can unite Radha and Krishna. Everyone is absorbed. Their mind is absorbed. Not only Braj Gopis, Not only Radharani, but even Krishna is absorbed in the mood of Radharani. When Radharani is absorbed, Man Mana Bhav, in the mood of Krishna, then her name is Krishnamayi. Krishnamayi means Jahan jahan netra pode taha Krishna spure. Wherever she see, wherever she glance, reminds her of Krishna. When she see a tamal tree, she runs to embrace a tamal tree. This is Krishna. When she see dark rain clouds, she runs to embrace clouds. When she see a peacock, she runs to embrace peacock. This is called absorption. Any dark, blackish complexion, her absorption, her mind runs towards to embrace that person, to embrace that object. This is called absorption, Man Mana Bhav. And Krishna's absorption, when Krishna wants to absorb in Radharani and feel separation from Radharani and chant Radhe, 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 he lost his black complexion. Radha Chinta Niveshinam Yasya Kanti Vilopita Shri Krishna Charanam Vande Radha Lingitam Vigraham. He is calling out Radhe, Radhe, Radhe and absorbed in the mood and the glories of Radharani. This is absorption of Krishna. By giving this verse to Arjun, Krishna is revealing his heart. That's my, not our, Krishna would say, this is my favorite instruction. Or I'm revealing my heart to you, Arjun. Man Mana Bhav. Because he is also absorbed in someone. Not only Radharani is absorbed in Krishna, and not only Krishna is instructing us to absorb in him, but Prabhu, where is your absorption? Tell us. Are you in absorption of how to maintain this universe? Is your absorption is how to kill the demons? Is your absorption how to kill Kamsa and Jarasandha? No. None of these. His only absorption is how I can serve my object of worship. Oh, what a bold statement. Object of worship of Krishna, who is object of worship of the entire universes and the demigods and the incarnations. Who's his object of worship? The object of worship of Krishna is Radharani. And therefore, whatever he does or whatever he meditates is to only and only how I can please Radharani. ए चिंतित रहे कृष्ण परम कौतकी हृदय बाड़े सदा लोग धक धकी. His heart start beating high, fast beating. Why? A chintit, by always meditating on this. Krishna, who is Param Kautaki, means very playful. His heart beats always to contemplate on this point, how I can become Radha, to serve Radha. Try understand. No one can serve Gurudev unless one becomes Guru. No one can serve. One has to become Guru to serve Guru. To become Guru means not gross, very subtle. Guru means heavy. Guru means grounded. Not possible. It's not my statement, Srila Gurudev's statement. You cannot serve Guru unless you become Guru. Not external meaning that, oh, if I have 1000 disciples, I'm big guru, then I can serve my guru. It's not like that. But here guru means very subtle vision, maturity and grounded. Heavy in knowledge and heavy in realization. Then one can serve guru. How Krishna can serve Radharani? He is greedy to serve Radharani. Underline this point. How Krishna can serve Radharani? Unless he become Radha, he cannot serve Radha. But this is the point of worry of Krishna. How I can become Radha? ए चिंतित रहे कृष्ण परम कौतकी, हृदय बड़े सदा लोग धक धकी. He's always thinking and thinking and thinking. How I can become Radha means how I can adopt the mood of Radharani and the complexion of Radharani. This is what is worry. Even going Mathura and Dwarika and marrying 16,108 queens. Why? Is he cruel? Looks like he's cheating Braj Gopis. No, it's very offensive to even think about this. His Karuna Sindhu, Dina Bandhu, his ocean of mercy, only object of love, Krishna. He knows how to reciprocate that love. Prabhu, then why you went to Dwarika and making Radharani so much crying and weeping all the time in your separation? To enhance the mood of Radharani, to give pleasure to Radharani. He took so much sacrifice. He has to leave his own favorite land, Braj, and went to Dwarika. Only one purpose, one mission, to please Radharani, to make her cry. Is that the pleasure of Radharani? Yes. This is called Viraha. Viraha means special meeting. Viraha means 100% absorption. In union, when you're together, the relationship is very casual. But when there is separation, there's so much remembrance. When there is separation, there is so much remembrance, so much manmana bhav. Forget about these material relationships. I'm not speaking about this. I'm speaking about Krishna relationships. When Radharani is in separation from Krishna, day and night thinking of Krishna, and anyone who thinks about Krishna day and night, what will happen? Bliss. Krishna is the source of bliss. Is bliss personified. There is no lamentation. Looks like lamentation, but this is man mana bhav. Radharani, more than 100%, 1,000, 1,000,000%, remembering Krishna when there is separation. And intentionally, Krishna did that to give her pleasure. So, going away far, taking so much pain to give up his favorite place, sacrificing that land of Prem, sacrificing the love of his Brajvasis. He went so far only for one mission, to give pleasure to Radharani. This is his absorption. Krishna cannot serve Radharani unless he become Radharani. And for that, he is longing and praying and worrying. What shall I do? What shall I do? What shall I do? And Vishay jati sukh amar halad. Ama hoite koti gun ashray halad. Ashray jati sukh paite manadhai. Yatna swadita nari ki kari upay. He is worrying. What shall I do? What shall I do? What shall I do? Finally, no solution. Only one solution. I beg, I borrow, and if not possible, I will steal. What? The mood of Radharani. To become Radha. Why? To serve Radha. Then That's the internal mood. I want to become Radha to serve Radha. To want to become Radha here means try, I hope you're understanding, with the mood of Radharani to serve Radha. This is what Krishna is thinking. This is his absorption. There is no other mission of Krishna. You see, he has only one mission. How I can please my Radharani. And only mission of Radharani is how I can please Krishna. This is Man Mana Bhav. This is the favorite verse of Krishna himself. And he's speaking to his favorite person. And he mentioned that. To whom I am saying this? To Arjun. Because Arjun, why I am revealing this to you? Because Priyusameve, you are very dear to me. That's the only one point. He's not saying this to anybody else. He's only saying this to Arjun. Only one point, because you will understand you are very dear to me. And because you are dear to me, I am opening my heart. Man Mana Bhav, Mad Bhakto. This morning I was giving a lecture. I was trying to explain that the shlokas of Bhagavad-gītā are in connection with the shlokas of Bhagavatam. The same words in a different way. Just like I say, I love you so much. Another way of saying is, I always remember you, I can't forget you. I can't think of not loving you. Is one and the same thing? But different way of saying. In Bhagavad-gītā, Krishna is saying, Man Mana Bhav, absorb your mind in me. But in Bhagavatam, 11th canto, he is speaking to Uddhav. Taman manaska mad prana madarthe takta deha. Who is the example of Man Mana Bhav? Absorption in me. Krishna is revealing to Uddhav, my gopis. Taman manaska mad prana mad arthe takta deha. Mam evam deta prishtam. My Vrindavan, my Braj gopis. Taman manaska. They are fully absorbed in me. Fully absorption in me. But other option is Mad Bhakto, become my devotee. So to become devotee of Krishna, what to do? Following the limbs of bhakti. As Prahlad Maharaj instructed. What are those limbs of bhakti? Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasya Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam, Iti Pumsam, Arpita Vishnu, Bhaktishtanam Lakshana. 9 limbs of bhakti. Hearing, chanting, remembering, praying, worshipping, etc. 9 limbs of bhakti. As Prahlad Maharaj is instructing to his friends. Komar Achet Pragya Dharma Bhagavatani. One should start performing this Navvida Bhakti to become Mad Bhakto. Krishna is saying, become my devotee. Because when you become my devotee, I will be devoted to you. I already promised earlier, Ye yatha mam pravadante tam sade bhajame. You worship me, I will reciprocate you proportionately. You devote to me, I will devote myself to you in the same proportion. Mad Bhakto. Yeah. When you become my devotee, then what will happen? What is the function of devotees? Serve me. I am the only object to be served. Don't serve society. Don't serve senses. Don't serve anything else. Just Mad Bhakto. You have given us senses for what? To enjoy. And you saying, serve your senses? Yes, Bhagavatam says, Rishikeno Rishikesha Sevna Bhakti Uchyate. With one senses, serving the senses of the Lord. This is called bhakti. But how I can serve how can engage my senses in serving you? Take example of Amrish. Amrish Maharaj from Bhagavatam. Save mana Krishna padar vindayo. How is engaging his mind in serving Krishna. Vachamshi Vaikuntha Gunanu Varnai. His tongue in glorifying, chanting the name of Krishna and glorifying the pastimes of the Lord. With ears, always hearing the pastimes of Krishna. With hands, serving, cleaning the temple of Krishna. With feet, doing parikrama on the temple, on the dham. With head, paying obeisances to the Krishna. Engaging all the senses in serving the senses of the Lord. Mad Bhakto, become devotee like this. Amrish Maharaj's example. Otherwise, if you're not paying obeisances to me, Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru, if you're not worshipping me, you know what's going to happen? Yamaraj and Yamadutas will come and catch you. But still there is a hope to escape. Mam Namaskuru. Pay obeisances to me. I switched over point from Manmanabha because I was going very steep. And the course was going too much into Braj Bhav. So I just took this out from that and focusing on practical ground, which is only our qualification for now. Very practical. That was what I was saying or about to say was something theoretical, but which is only our ideal and our goal. But right now we are in a very conditioned state. So be practical. Mam Namaskuru. Pay obeisances to me. What benefit will I derive by paying obeisances to you, Prabhu? Yamaraj told to Yamdutas. When Yamdutas came to get Ajamil, most sinful person. Ajamil is in a better state. We are more sinful than Ajamil. Jagai and Madai, they are in a very good position. They took birth in Navdeep Dham. We are more sinful than Jagai and Madai. So when Yamdutas came back to Yamaraj complaining that we came to get this sinful person Ajamil, but we were chased away by some Vishnu Dutas, the messengers of Lord. What wrong we did? This is your instruction. To get anyone who is very sinful and who can be more sinful than Ajamil. Yamaraj said, oh, okay. I heard your complaint, but what is the matter? Why you release that person? Because he uttered Narayan. Yamaraj said, very good. It's good you didn't brought him here. Otherwise, we all were bound to get chastised by Lord. Yamdutas confused. We don't understand what you're saying. You gave us instruction to get those who are sinful. And now you're saying it's good you didn't brought that person. We're confused to whom to bring, whom not to bring. Just give us one straight instruction. Then Yamaraj said, listen to me then. Jivana Bhakti Bhagavad-gītā naam te Chetas tar smrati tar charnar vindam Krishna no namati yashire kadapi. Three things he said. Jivana Bhakti Bhagavad-gītā naam te. Those who don't engage their tongue in uttering the names of the Lord. Bring them immediately, and I'm going to punish them. Chetas narsmarti tar charnarvindam. One who never ever in his one lifetime paid obeisances to me, remembering me, pay obeisance to me. Bring that person to me. Krishna nanavati yashir ekadapi. One who has never absorbed his mind in me and never ever paid obeisance to me. Bring that person. But careful, those who are chanting my names, those who are wearing tilak, tulsi beads, chanting, paying obeisance to me, regular basis, every day, reading Bhagavad-gītā every day, hearing Bhagavatam every day, chanting the mantras given by Gurudev every day, those who are chanting Maha Mantra every day, watering Tulasi, even seeing Tulasi, following Ekadashi Vrata, honoring Prashadam. Careful, never ever bring that person to me. Otherwise, I'll get chastised by my Lord. Because they are not under my jurisdiction. They are under jurisdiction of Prabhu, Krishna. Whatever punishment, it will be given by him. I cannot touch that person. Such bold statement. Yeah. So when I was in India, I used to hear this Ajamal pastime, this verse. I used to wonder, then who's going to Yamraj for punishment? Because Holy Land, India, even if a person is devotee or even a non-devotee, from the very birth, there are some rituals. Any child taking birth, some yajna, giving donation to devotees, Brahmins, visiting temple, it starts from there. Knowingly, unknowingly, intentionally, unintentionally, even atheists, they hear the name of Krishna. Even if they don't want. Because they're loudspeakers. Every day Bhagavad-gītā is going on. And we do this too. We chant and sing, go in the streets. In the temple there's Śrīmad Bhagavad-gītā, but we also tell the sound person to make a big loudspeaker so the outside people can also hear. And no one object. Still some comes. Why are you making so loud? Do everything inside. But they are taken care of by the congregation. So I was wondering, then who goes to Yamraj? Because Yamraj told to Yamdutas, his messengers, anyone who never ever uttered the name, never heard the name, never paid obeisances, bring that person. But here everyone is like that. Even those who are not Hindus, still they hear something or the other. So I was wondering, but moment I start traveling overseas, I went to China, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Australia, New Zealand, etc., etc. I see so many people here. Then I realized, oh yes, they can very easily go to Yamraj. Because even they are 80, 90 years old. And if we ask them to chant Hare Krishna, they say, which word is that? I never heard of this word. What is this Hare Krishna? Never ever heard in complete life, even one time. Imagine, what can be more worse curse than this? Taking birth in that country where they never ever heard one time even in their life the name of Ram or Krishna. That's the worst curse. See? No temple, no devotees, no obeisances to Lord. What is their destiny? Yamraj. That's why Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Bharat bhumi te janam hai jahar, जीवन सार्थक करी करो परोपकार. Anyone who has taken birth in Bharat Bhumi, in the land of Bharat, is their duty to make their life successful by making others' life successful. or making their life successful and making other life successful. Two versions. Because what is the meaning Bharat? It is not simple ordinary word. It is named after Bharat Maharaj from Bhagavatam. But what is Bharat? Bha means effulgence. Bha means Paramatma. Those who, male section, chant Brahm Gayatri. Bhargo Devasya. Bha means effulgence, means Paramatma. But Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj explains, Bha means Paramatma, but no, effulgence means effulgence of Radharani. And Rat means those who are absorbed. Bharat means those who are absorbed in that effulgence, means those who meditate on that effulgence of Radharani. This is called Bharat. So, Man mana bhav mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Just the very first Man mana bhav is a complete Braj bhav. And Krishna reveals his heart to his dear Arjuna. But how to attain that? The next verse says, Sarva dharman paritajye mam ekam sharanam braja. Give up everything, all duties, and surrender to me. Prabhu, this is very difficult. First he gave a plate. This is nice sweets. But then, how to get this sweet? Man mana bhav man bhakto. Oh, looks like very nice. Braj bhav, Radharani mood. Very nice. But then after that, his instruction, give up everything. Paritajya, not only tyajya, not only rejecting, but rejecting far distance. Paritajya. And only surrender to me. That's so difficult. I am surrendered to my lust. I am surrendered to my anger. I am surrendered to my enviousness. I am surrendered to my so many things. And to consolidate everything and rejecting those and surrender unto you, oh, that's very difficult. Then Krishna gave some nice words, impressive words. Aham tvam sarpapebhyo mokshami ma shucha. Why are you fearing? I will take care of this. I promise you. This is my promise. If you think you incur some sin by giving up all these duties, I promise you, I am Krishna, I am the Lord. Nothing will happen to you. I will protect you. I will save you. This is my promise to you. Bhagavad-gītā is promises of Krishna. He ends up with the promise. To attain what? Man mana bhav, absorption in me. That Braj Bhakti. Sarva dharman paritajya. Mam ekam sharanam braja. Give up the duties of one and ashrama. These are the instructions. So, Bhagavad-gītā, as it is, so special day, and we are hearing the moods of Krishna explained by our acharyas, our Srila Gurudev, Srila Vishnu Chakur Thakur, the Rasik acharyas. I'm just repeating their words. We pray to all our acharyas that Krishna se tomar Krishna dite paro tomar shakati ache. Only you have this potency to give and impart Krishna in our heart. So, please make us understand that when we will realize that we are actually beggars and we really want Krishna, we run after you. So what is this meaning? Running after you to get Krishna means if you see a pure devotee, just run after him at the airport or drive the car after his car. to get Krishna from him? Gurudev, you are walking fast. I have to run more fast because I am beggar. Please give me Krishna. Please give me Krishna. This is a literal meaning. What is the meaning of? I am running after you to get Krishna means running after your moods, to attain your moods, to attain Krishna. And this can only be possible by serving you. How you can embrace someone's mood without serving that person? We can't even understand the mood of a person if we don't serve that person. And what you speak of imbibing those moods. So running after acharyas means not physically running with a marathon. I can run more fast with this speed. Running here means I run after you to imbibe your moods, to embrace your moods. This is called Gaur Premanande Hari Hari
Hari
Shri Bhagavad-gītā ki
Jai.
Ekam Shastram Devi Putra Geetam. All kids here, learn verses, Bhagavad-gītā. Yes? 2 verses in 1 week. It's so easy. We used to learn 5 in 1 day. So 2 in 1 week. Yeah? I will mark. Bring you Bhagavad-gītā. I will mark the important verses. Learn those. Yeah? Everyone here. Next time when I come, I will make you stand and speak those verses.
Bhagavad-gītā, right?
Gaur Premanande, thank you so much for hosting this program. Ramana Prabhu, Parmanandini, and all family, children. So on this auspicious day, Mokshada Ekadashi, we pay obeisances to Ekadashi Devi and her beloved Krishna so that they can bless us and we can understand the truths of Shri Bhagavad-gītā. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Kirtan.
Who will sing? No, the girls are sing.
Make this closer. Like this. No.
fasting